It's natural for writers to write in the same genre that they love to read. Growing up, I loved dark, serious stories. When I was young, that meant fantasy and anything paranormal. When I got to high school and college, I gravitated towards mysteries, thrillers, and crime fiction. My goal was to emulate my favorite authors. I tied my brain in knots trying to come up with the best plot twists. And then I entered the real world, the one filled with risk and uncertainty. I didn't have a strong faith to lean on either. I grew up with a single mom and a demanding private school schedule that made it difficult to maintain the Sabbath. Not that we went to church regularly anyway. When New Age ideas like the law of attraction became mainstream in the early 2000s, they filled a void for me that I didn't know needed filling. I liked that the law of attraction gave me a simple explanation for everything and a way to get what I wanted in life. But getting what I wanted wasn't enough to feed my soul. The void in my spirit was still there, but it was filled with selfish desires and fears about my own thoughts. When I lost my job, my world seemed more uncertain than ever before. Jesus came to me in the hospital after I had an anxiety attack. He asked me questions about what I wanted my life to look like when I was discharged. There were big and small decisions I needed to make quickly. I told him my answers, then I fell asleep. Now that I'm out, I owe him my words, all of them. The law of attraction had no one to send to me in the hospital, but God sent his only son to be at my bedside. The ability to write well was a God given gift when I was born. That's why I turned my spiritual and writing life over to Christ. I've changed the type of media I consume. I read my Bible and pray daily, and I engage with faith based content online so the algorithms feed me more of it. I've felt the real impact that negative stories have, and I see it in others. I don't want to write a story that weighs heavy on anyone else's heart. When I was a bookseller, I had parents lament that the offerings in the young adult section were too mature for their tween or teen. There's a gap in the publishing market that bubbles up to the film and TV adaptations. I'm doing my best to change things on the ground level.